She dropped this right here on New Year's Eve. You can see right here, 11 million views. That is a hell of a lot of views. And this time, it went too far for her own fans. So she deleted her Instagram account.
Angel Reese just did it again. The internet is buzzing, and for all the wrong reasons. This time, the basketball star has made headlines for deleting her Instagram account after receiving massive backlash from fans, particularly those of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese really don't want to play basketball. I think she want to sell pussy.
I don't understand how that Caitlin Clark is to blame for Angel Reese and everything that she experienced. It makes no sense to me.
Remember that Angel Reese doing all this? I'm the villain, I'm this, I'm that. Now she's whining. Again, I told you this was going to happen. After the I'm a gangster, and then takes off all her clothes, and then she's crying about being sexualized. She's crying about being a victim again.
To be honest with you, I believe that Angel Reese don't really care about basketball. She's just using basketball to make herself a social media or pop culture influencer.
Angel Reese is trying to push some sex appeal to the WNBA. Like, we ain't all dressing like
pussy when they're on the road.
Angel Reese is riding Caitlin Clark's coattails.
But here's the twist. Was it really the criticism, or is this just another one of Reese's attention-seeking moves?
Angel Reese is getting a whole lot of backlash due to a New Year's Eve thirst trap picture that backfired when she decided to post it on social media.
In a league where dedication and sportsmanship should define a player's legacy, Reese's antics have repeatedly pulled focus away from the game and toward her public persona.
Fact that it seems as if she's more concerned about being a potential OnlyFans model or some type of Instagram model or some type of, I don't know, sex symbol. She's more concerned about that.
Today, we're diving into the heart of the drama to reveal how Reese's actions continue to polarize fans and why Caitlin Clark stands as the stark opposite, a beacon of hope for women's basketball.
And I think that's the dope thing about Caitlin, too, because regardless of the scrutiny they put on her name, every time she's came out and spoken publicly, she said, hey, I'm good, but we need to push the league. And like you said, she did a lot of vocal stuff that helped a lot of black women in the process, man.
Angel Reese cares more about influencing than she does about basketball. Now, you can't necessarily say the same about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark understands that people are tuning into her, how she's going to transform what is happening in the WNBA, and the WNBA needs to embrace her more because she's going to get them women paid.
Buckle up, because this story is as explosive as it gets. Angel Reese has consistently found ways to keep her name in the headlines, but rarely for her basketball skills.
Angel Reese has claimed that she is a huge victim because people have sexualized her. Explain to me as a woman, how can you wear that and post it and also complain that you don't like being sexualized?
This younger generation just wants to cry and be victims about everything. Wear whatever you want. Why post the photo? If you don't want the likes, the comments, the thirst, the simps, the haters, all of the above, don't post the photo. I know exactly how to get likes, hate, all of the above on social media.
From provocative social media posts to controversial statements, Reese seems more focused on curating an image than improving her on-court performance. Her recent decision to delete her Instagram account is being framed as a reaction to hate from Caitlin Clark's fans. However, many speculate that this is yet another strategic ploy for attention, given her history of leaning into drama to stay relevant.
But I still think she need to do OnlyFans, like Shaq said. She need to dunk in her panties. Shaq told her that. Shaq told her she needed to go dunk in her panties.
Shaq didn't say that. He was out of pocket. Shaq is wild for saying that.
Y'all, stop.
There is not a single grateful person I ever hear from in this league, and Angel Reese is a prime example of this.
And then we got Angel Reese's dumbass. Now, she's just stupid. I feel bad for Angel Reese. She's trying so hard to be something she's not, which is an intelligent human being.
If they attack Caitlin Clark, their names are too going to be in the headlines.
I think there's a jealousy factor there. She craves not just being the center of attention, not just having the cameras in the spotlight. She craves being the hero, not the villain. She's got to experience love. Everyone's got to be as crazy about Angel Reese as you are Caitlin Clark.
Take, for instance, the backlash from her New Year's Eve post, a thirst trap that sparked widespread criticism.
We have pictures of Angel Reese running around practically with no clothes on, showing off everything that she got.
Despite Reese's vocal complaints about being overly sexualized, she has repeatedly posted content that contradicts her statements.
People rightfully called out her hypocrisy once again because she is the same individual that was boohoo-whining and crying about not wanting to be sexualized, but it seems like every chance she gets, she goes out of her way to show the world everything that she got through sexualizing herself.
Critics argue that this hypocrisy has eroded her credibility and overshadowed her career.
Angel Reese is saying the exact opposite of, I'll just embrace it, I'll be the bad guy. I mean, maybe this is the long play of her actually embracing it and being the bad guy by posting something like this, so we'll talk about her. But in episode 1 of her podcast, for the actual logo and the image that went along with the podcast, there's Caitlin Clark on it. Caitlin Clark's in the headline because of the clicks. And here is Angel Reese getting clicks again.
But Angel Reese should be thanking her lucky stars that Caitlin Clark came along, because she's making Angel Reese a lot of money and she's getting Angel Reese attention.
It's hard to ignore how these actions divert attention from Reese's lackluster basketball performance, especially when compared to the dedication and discipline of athletes like Caitlin Clark.
She put a video up on the Instagram, her in some booty shorts for Christmas. All right, the same person that come out and said she didn't want to be sexualized, and I think Charleston White is trying to make a point.
Reese's approach starkly contrasts with Clark's. While Clark has been tirelessly working to uplift the WNBA through her stellar gameplay and professionalism, Reese has cultivated an image that prioritizes personal branding over the sport.
Man, we need an OnlyFans WNBA game.
That she needs to do OnlyFans and do some dunks in her panties. Well, wasn't that long ago, Shaq said she ought to be dunking in some short shorts.
This is the same woman that told the world that she doesn't like to be sexualized. It seems to me that Angel Reese, the way that she's carrying herself, it seems as if she really doesn't mind being sexualized.
Her actions not only harm her reputation, but also detract from the integrity of the league. Is Reese genuinely facing criticism, or is she creating noise to distract from her struggles on the court? This is the question that has everyone talking.
Angel Reese, the first thing that she did was start a podcast. She spends more time documenting how she feels and doing dances on TikTok than she does showcasing her skills in a gym.
In contrast to Angel Reese's headline-grabbing controversies, Caitlin Clark continues to rise as a symbol of what women's basketball can achieve through hard work and dedication.
But every time you see something relative to Angel Reese, what's it about? It's about her. It's not about her team, it's about her. One makes it about her, the other makes it about us.
Clark's focus remains on her game, her team, and the league, a refreshing change in a world where distractions often take center stage. Whether breaking records, leading her team to victory, or inspiring the next generation of players, Clark embodies the qualities of a true athlete.
After the season, and when I was in my press conference and I was talking about being sexualized, like, I guess people thought that was like, because I post pictures in my bathing suits. No, like, multiple occasions, people have made AI pictures of me, like, naked.
Angel Reese designed herself as Barbie or whatever she did and took her clothes off for Instagram and posed and all this stuff. What happened? She claimed to be sexualized. What is that? Drama. Total drama.
The way that she dresses invites unwanted sexual attention.
This unwavering commitment has earned her a loyal and diverse fan base, one that champions her not just for her talent, but for her authenticity. Clark's fans are drawn to her ability to stay above the drama even when provoked.
Everything that Angel Reese does would lead you to believe that she is less interested in what you do on the basketball court and more interested in making sure that she build up a following and try to sexualize herself.
What Caitlin Clark does is kind of simple, really. She shows up at games, she signs autographs, she talks to little girls wearing jerseys, she smiles to the crowd, and then here's the most important thing. She competes like a maniac. I mean, like a maniac.
For instance, during last season's on-court taunts from Reese, Clark chose to let her performance speak for itself rather than engage in public feuds. This level of professionalism has not only elevated her status, but also brought much-needed attention to the WNBA.
In that post on social media, she said, "I have never once had privilege in my life. Give me a break."
Right.
You are a God-gifted 6'3" great athlete who had privilege throughout her youth athletic career, had privilege in high school as a great player, got to go on a full ride and make millions in NIL at LSU. You're one of the top picks in the top professional league in your sport, and now you are privileged everywhere you go.
However, Reese's recent claims that Clark's fans are racist have struck a nerve. While Reese continues to stir controversy, Clark supporters argue that these accusations are baseless and detract from the real issues within the league.
Problem is you have all of these players, Angel Reese, for example. You have Alyssa Thomas fueling the ideas of racial abuse by fans, but there's no real evidence of it. Brittany Griner speaking out against it. It's, the fans are calling us this, they're shouting these things. Did anybody hear any of these racial slurs happening or these racist actions by fans? The evidence wasn't there, so how are you going to talk about it if there's no evidence, right?
The truth is, Clark has consistently used her platform to promote inclusivity and growth for women's basketball, making Reese's allegations seem more like an attempt to deflect criticism than a genuine concern.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
We don't get to say, well, Joe Rogan is number one and we are important too, because that's not how podcasts and competition works. You know who tells you you're good? The flipping market tells you're good.
When Angel Reese comes out and says she ain't the only one everybody's watching, they're watching me too, they're watching others. A day later, she gets ejected.
Clark's fans aren't just standing by her, they're actively calling out the double standards and unnecessary drama that players like Reese bring to the table.
Don't post anything what you feel about Caitlin Clark fans or new fans with racial slurs and racism and elections and this. Just then stop with that if you don't want it ever to be a part of that. But the moment you go down that road, you are opening yourself up to criticism from different people. And you must be okay with that. If you're not okay with it, then delete your social media profile.
That idiot Angel Reese is trying so hard to latch on to Caitlin Clark by being the heel and then crying about it. You all did this. You all called her a white bitch constantly. You all did this.
This growing divide between the two camps highlights a broader question. Should athletes focus on self-promotion or the sport itself? For Caitlin Clark, the answer has always been clear, and her success speaks volumes.
There is no race. And guess what? Those aren't fans. The people that are doing that, if they're doing that, they're just idiots. And if you're going to be popular, if you're going to be in the public eye, you're going to have a lot of idiots.
Angel Reese's pattern of behavior is not just damaging her personal reputation, it's casting a shadow over the WNBA as a whole.
It sucks to see those 4 black men sit up there and say that about another black woman.
From 5 billion years ago into present day, people think that women are only good for their bodies and how they can be sexualized in some form.
It's killing you that a straight white woman has come into the League of Angry Lesbians and dominated everything.
How a woman is dressing, okay, when she's not dressing modestly, when she is advertising herself to the world, essentially, you're going to have men who are going to try to take advantage of that. In order to avoid unwanted attention, it is best for you to dress modestly.
While the league fights to gain mainstream recognition and respect, Reese's antics often distract from the progress being made by other players like Caitlin Clark, who are actively working to elevate women's basketball.
This person says Jeff Teague is an anti-black weirdo that hates black women. He allowed that other anti-black weirdo, Charleston White, onto his platform to say that predatory, nasty-ish about Angel Reese. These people need to start getting sued.
One of the most glaring issues is Reese's apparent lack of focus on improving her game. Critics point out that while Clark spends countless hours refining her skills and breaking records, Reese seems more invested in cultivating an image as a social media influencer. This contrast has become a recurring topic of debate, with fans and analysts questioning whether Reese is truly committed to her role as a professional athlete.
A lot of people claim they have all these problems and they don't really want to solve these problems because they want something to complain about, to boohoo and whine and cry victim over. Okay, the case of Angel Reese and other women who insist on dressing promiscuously, the consequence is that you're going to get unwanted male attention.
Moreover, Reese's public feuds and controversial posts create unnecessary drama that detracts from the league's credibility.
It is pure, unadulterated jealousy. And the last clip from Angel Reese, they're watching me too. They're watching me too. It's like she's begging us to believe in her validation.
She continues to hate on Caitlin Clark, and it's basically pushing the narrative that the media and other players in the WNBA and people in general are just hating on Caitlin Clark when there seems to be no reason why. So when you start to try to figure out the reasoning, all you can think of is maybe they're jealous, maybe they think it should have been them, that maybe they don't like how much praise Caitlin Clark is getting. It doesn't make sense.
Her decision to delete her Instagram amid backlash over her provocative posts highlights her struggle to manage the consequences of her actions.
Caitlin Clark has taken so much crap from so many types of players this season, pretty much from every team she's faced. Players realize that if they attack Caitlin Clark, their names are too going to be in the headlines.
It's not just about her personal brand. Her behavior reflects poorly on the WNBA, giving critics ammunition to question the league's professionalism and focus.
But he goes off on the WNBA again.
I think the WNBA should be canceled. I don't believe a bunch of bulldagger bitches is supposed to get no sponsorship. Yeah. Treat the WNBA like they used to treat the Negro League. Make them bitches play outside on the blacktop. Don't let them hoes in no stadium. Yeah, I hate the WNBA. Bitch. Hoe can't dunk no ball, can't none of them bitches jump from the free throw line. Yeah, I hate them WNBA hoes. And I can't stand. And I like Caitlin Clark. I like that lily white woman. Yeah, give a fuck about no WNBA bitch.
He's a comedian. Everybody knows this is what Charleston White does, is clown everybody. And that's what good comedians do. They show no mercy.
The stark difference between Reese and Clark extends beyond their individual choices. While Clark's dedication has brought newfound respect and viewership to the league, Reese's actions risk alienating fans and potential sponsors.
Women in the WNBA disrespect NBA players all the time, so far as like them beating them one-on-one.
Yeah.
So we speak on shit like that, but we ain't never calling nobody no rapist.
We can't control what a person says. The Angel Reese take and the Brittany Griner or whatever he said, we ain't agree with.
Again, we can't control what nobody say. It ain't no disrespect to nobody. Yeah, we ain't calling girls prostitutes on the show.
But now they want to start to cancel Jeff Teague. And Jeff Teague didn't even say anything, but they want to cancel Jeff Teague because he had Charleston White on the platform.
By prioritizing personal attention over the sport, Reese may inadvertently undermine her own career and the larger movement to grow women's basketball. Ultimately, the question remains, can Angel Reese turn things around, or will she continue down a path that prioritizes fleeting fame over lasting impact? As the WNBA strives to solidify its place in the sports world, players like Reese must decide whether they want to be part of the solution or part of the problem.
Angel Reese is saying, I am not the villain. If it's something that is, on the court, fine, but overall, I would not consider myself to be the villain. At one point, she said she would take on the bad guy role if it meant growing women's basketball.
Caitlin Clark was the gift that kept on giving. Absolutely 1,000% kept on giving. And while she was doing this, I told you that even boys, men, are going to figure out, hey, wait a second, I'm kind of digging this. Not for her looks, not Angel Reese taking off her topper, showing her ass, or whatever she's doing. No, Caitlin Clark's game resonated. Caitlin Clark's rivalry with Reese resonated. It resonated with me, which means it resonates with men, real men.
Angel Reese's decision to delete her Instagram has sparked yet another storm of controversy, raising questions about her priorities and impact on the WNBA. While Reese continues to chase attention through provocative posts and dramatic claims, Caitlin Clark's steadfast focus on the game and her relentless drive to uplift the league stand in sharp contrast.
You're the number one pick. People are going to go after you because they see greatness in you. What the WNBA is measuring one type of greatness against the other greatness. Am I saying it's right that she's being pushed in the back? No, that's foul.
Mm-hmm.
That has no space in the sport, and we all know that.
Mm-hmm.
White girl is successful. White girl more popular. White girl must be bad. Bad white girl. And of course her fans are racist. You racist! She has taken to two things that, well, most women go to in sports when it's not going their way. Shaking their ass and calling people racist. We understand that the world that we live in can easily be defined by white racist, white bad. You're rooting for a white guy, bad. You're wearing a Make America Great Again hat. Think about that. Make America Great Again. Oh, you don't understand. That has racial connotations. No, it doesn't. When it's not going well for you, claim racism. When it's going well for you, claim victim/racism. We get it. We understand. And frankly, I just laugh at it.
At its core, this debate isn't just about two players. It's about what the WNBA represents and where it's headed. Will it be defined by professionalism, dedication, and growth, or will it be overshadowed by distractions and controversies? Reese's actions may keep her in the headlines, but they risk undermining the very league she claims to represent. As fans, we have to ask ourselves, who truly embodies the future of women's basketball? Is it the player who stirs drama or the one who inspires through hard work and excellence? One thing is clear. Caitlin Clark's path is one of progress, and it's a vision the WNBA desperately needs to embrace. What are your thoughts on this heated debate? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth takes on the biggest stories in sports. Let's keep the conversation going.